Hey y'all, what's up? It's Sarah. So today we're gonna do a relationship question vlog thing. Well, I'm gonna start doing this often, and I obviously have to come up with the questions for the first couple times because you guys don't know I'm doing this. So I hope I get more subscribers from this, and if this helps your relationship in any way, please comment down there. Tell me, like this video, I think it's right there. Yeah, like this video, comment down there, and send me an email if you need any help, so I can totally help you with this if you need it. Okay. I will try to give you the best relationship advice I can in the most honest way I can, and I promise. And the way I know how to like help you with this is because I've probably been through the same questions you have. Everybody has once in their life. So here we go. The two questions I picked out today from myself are how to get over heartbreak, or how to recover from one, I guess you could say, and how to know if a relationship is unhealthy and healthy. Which one it is. So I will cover the unhealthy and healthy one first, and then get into the big heartbreak thing after. I can't do this heart thing. Okay, ignore that. Okay, first of all, the knowing if it's healthy or not, this is what we're gonna figure out. So the bullet points to know if it's a healthy relationship. 1, you both don't fight a lot, you both get along, whether it be whoever it is, you both get along, you don't fight a lot. And if you do fight a lot, then you fix it quickly. I mean, you guys could get into little arguments, but big fights, not so healthy. Second, if one person is doing all the work and letting the other one just slack off, meaning relationships are supposed to be 50-50, not 10-90. One person might be doing 90% of the work, like calling all the time, going over to see them. It's either or. Okay, but you know what I mean. So it's healthy if the other person contributes as much as you give them. It's a give and take. It has to be a give and take relationship, not just all take or not all give. Third thing is that, do they do things that isn't healthy for them? Like, drugs, alcohol, smoking, this, that, all that. If you're someone who doesn't smoke and doesn't do drink or doesn't do drugs and is against all that stuff, and the other person does all that stuff, do not get in a relationship with them, because you are going to get hurt. I am not going to say positively you're going to get hurt, but it is 90% sure you are going to get hurt if they are totally into that stuff and have a bunch of friends who do that, and you just fall into the crowd, because then you could get into that stuff, and it's unhealthy. It's just unhealthy all around. And if they tell you they're gonna stop, make sure they stop first, then get with them. Give them time for all that. I'll get into more detail on that later if you want. Just if they're into a bunch of bad things like skipping school, drugs, drinking alcohol, abuse, bad living situation, drop out of high school, just don't get in a relationship. But if you're into that stuff, then that's a whole different story. I'm not going to get into that. It's just for you. If you are not in that situation, then lay off that person. And if you are in a relationship and they don't do any of that stuff, and then they start doing that stuff, then I'll get into more of that later, and if you want me to talk about that more. Okay. The fourth thing is that this can go 3 ways. Know the person in your town. You met them, they go to school with you, they go to church with you, met them who knows where. Met them at the mall, I don't know. But they live wherever you live, then that's healthy. But yeah, just if you are good friends with that's cool. If you meet them in your town, they live there, and they move away, long distance relationship with someone you already know, that works better, but it could potentially be harder. Now, this is the one that's unhealthy. This is the one that can cause problems. Meeting someone that you don't know on the internet, or a friend of a friend, and getting a relationship with them, calling them every day, doing all that stuff, and then going to meet them can cause problems. And I will tell you why. Because, one, they could be totally different than what they act like in person. They could be totally better, and then you could just get your heart broken when you come back because you just thought they were everything to you. And they just filled you with, like, happiness all the time. And when you met them, it was amazing. But when you come back, you think it's going to be better because they've met you, but then it turns worse into heartbreak, and they just let go. That could happen. Or they could just be somebody totally different than what they say they are. Pedophiles, that's creepy, but okay. Or 3, they could just hate you in person. So I wouldn't take that risk because, no offense, but you could be totally, people are totally different through the internet and on the phone than they are in person if they've never met the person before, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are unhealthy things to just look out for, and there's a lot of other ones, but I can get more into that. I just want to do this in detail to see if you guys like how I answer questions at all. Okay. Second thing is the heartbreak thing. If the way to get over a heartbreak is, it's gonna suck. Like, if you're in a long distance relationship and the person just stops talking to you and you don't know why and all this stuff, and honestly, you just have to move on. You just have to get over it. You can't keep calling them, you can't annoy them, you just have to get the hell over it. Just get over it. And you will always love them, and you will never stop loving them. They will never leave your head. They will always be somewhere in your head. You're not going to forget about them for good, and you're not going to get over them for good. They will always be something special to you, but you just have to get over it. And in relationships in person, you just, heartbreak, you just have to move on. Find things, hang out with other friends. Don't try to stay too much by yourself. If you're a by yourself person, try to hang out with friends because it'll distract you a little bit. Try to find things that distract you, and the more you get distracted, the more, for example, the more it'll hurt less in the long run. But if you just stay cooped up in your room and cry all the time, it doesn't work. That's basically all I have, and I can get way more into detail on this. I just wanted to make a first video, and I will get more into detail on these things. I will get a script, I promise. And this is just my first try, so just cut me some slack. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I helped some of you guys, but probably not because I didn't get in much detail, and I will explain and stop mumbling as much because I will have a script in front of me next time. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Please subscribe to me because that would mean the world. And also, another quick thing I want to touch up on, which I will get to more in detail in other videos, is that there is hope that that person can go back to you. There is hope, so don't ever lose hope. And if they honestly love you to death, like they say they do, or they say they did, or they used to say they did, they will come back to you. But then you know it was meant to be. But if they don't come back to you, then honestly it wasn't. So I'm going to get into the detail on all this in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and tell me if you like this, and please post questions and I'll answer them in future videos. Thank you so much. See you guys later. Bye.
Come on.